Alright guys, welcome to the second part of this tutorial. Okay, without wasting time, let's hit in the ladder head like I always say. Okay, so I'm going to now create what is this called? Polygon cylinder. Alright, so I'm going to click on this guy and you can see it will fall on top of the or in between the grid line. Okay, first I'm going to select these and drag them up a bit. Yeah, drop this guy, drag it on top of this grid line. Okay, make sure you don't drag it out. No, as a beginner, make sure you don't drag it out. Make sure just leave it, maintain the exact same spot. All right. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is to work on the amount of the edge loop we have here. You can see from the default settings we have a lot of edge loops here, okay, which will play a very big role when it comes to modeling these legs. All right, so I don't need these multiple edge loops. When we look at this leg here, what is that? Sorry, I think I turned this upside down. What have I done? Okay. All right, guys. Now, when we look at this, you can see that we have about how many legs here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have one other one that side, which makes it 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 there 6. Okay. So what do? First, we need to go and adjust the edge loop settings. All we need is just 12 edge loops. So how do we do this? We go here. So you can see here from the channel bus, you open it. You can see channel bus. You might see this tab from here. Okay, just click on channel bus. And you can see it here again. I can just click here, channel bus, to open this, and then go under the shapes. So I'll click on the cylinder, which is this, and you will see the properties of this particular shape. Click on it again to open it. Now, by default, we have like 20 edge loops here. So I want to reduce this to 12. All right, so I'll click here and type 12 subdivision. Now you can see. So next thing I'm going to do is I'll get this down, compress it a bit, and drag it on top of the same grid line. Make sure you don't move this guy out. So just drag it down. Okay, now what I'm going to do before I extrude this, I want to make sure that one of these face, you can see here, one of these face is aligned to any of these thick line, not these tiny lines here. Look at this thick line here that goes to Z, Y, X axis. You see this one, you see this, and you see this. So I'm going to make sure that one of these faces, it could be here, it could be here, but make sure it aligns to any of these thick line. So I will start from here. So what I'm going to do is to rotate it in such a way that it will align to this, so it won't give me problem. Okay, so now there are two ways we can rotate this. Number one is if you just click on rotation to rotate manually, you will get it, but it might not really give you the exact same direction. Though it will going to give you something very much close. But when we use snapping tool, is going to work and project it somehow accurately. So how do we use this snap? We hold down before you rotate, you hold down J key, J for juggle, and then click and rotate. So you can see how fast it is. All right, okay, that's it. If you can't use snap, just rotate it manually. All right, now you can see that this face, I was able to align it here. So now what I'm going to do to start extruding this you know, these legs, I'm going to right click, switch to face. Okay, I can actually work only on this guy. So at the end of the day, I will now duplicate it. That's what I'm going to do. But let me show you some people do it this way. Select this, hold on shift select, hold on shift select, hold on shift select, shift select this and this, and then control E, you know, hold on control and drag. But that's not what I'm going to do because it's a waste of time for me. But at the end of the day, I only still need one. Reason being that I can't spend my time working on this separately, working on this separately, work on this separately, work on this separately. No, it's going to take a long time. But if I focus only on one of this leg, at the end of the day, I will not duplicate it, offset it to what form other legs. So if you want to do it one, you're going to waste your time. So I'm going to undo, sorry. Okay, now I'm going to undo this, undo it, Control Z again. All right, so now I'm going to focus on this particular one that I aligned to this particular tick line here. Or you can use any of these, it depends on you. Okay, you can see it and you can see it here, but let me focus on this here. So I'm going to here, start from here, select this guy, Control E, and drag it out. All right, okay, I think I'm okay with this. Let me not make it too long. Should I? Yes, it's not bad. So now right click, hold on object, go back to object mode, sorry. Now click on this guy. I want to drag it up a bit so that I can select this side and drag it down a bit, so you cannot see that. Now I'm going to, you can see here, you can see how this leg is. I think let's drag it down a bit, so you can see how this particular side is. Yeah, design of this. So I will select this, start designing it, manipulating the shapes, drag this one down. And I think our own height is too much. I can select the vertices again and drag it down. Yeah, I think this is not bad. Yeah, this is not bad. Okay, we're almost there. Are we together? So I'm going to select this side, the vertices, use my scaling tool. You can see what happened. This is what I've been trying to avoid. This scaling tool is not really straight. I think it's somewhat bendy. What I want to do is to compress it. Now look at what happened. If I compress it this way, you can see what is happening here is the way it's deforming my shape. I don't really like it, so I need to change, like redirect the pivot point a bit, all right, to align. So when I scale it, it won't give me this kind of results. I'm going to undo. So this is how we do it. You can see it from here. All right, this is how we do it. We are going to hold down D. All right, when you hold down D for dog, press down D from keyboard, then click on this rotation, you can see it, handle and channel, redirect the, you can see this here, this red one. So your own might not be red, might be any color. You can see if you want to change it like this, fine and good, but I'm going to rotate this and keep it this way. All right, so you can see now it's a bit straight. So I will rotate this. I'm going to scale this. Now you can see the differences. So this particular area might really seem somehow difficult for some students, but I don't know. So, but once you understand this, you won't have any problem in changing your pivot points in modeling again. So, and if you don't understand, you pause it, rewind back, watch there over and over again till you understand it. All right. It's going to go a long way for you in modeling and in animation. Understanding how to redirect the pivot point is very, very important. I repeat, I can do it again. Let me Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z. You can see it here. If I drag this, look at what happened. I don't want this particular problem. So what I can do is to rechannel or redirect the pivot point. I will hold down D, okay, D down for door. Press down your keyboard D. Therefore, with this, you can have access to redirect the pivot point. Now you can see what I can change it this way. I can change it anyhow I want, but I'm going to keep it straight. You can see this now. Then I can now scale this. You can see the difference. I think it's still not straight. Let's do it again. This is a bit better. So you just keep doing it till you get exactly what you want. Okay, we're a bit close. You might not really get it perfect 100%, but just get something very much close. Okay, now I'll go back here, select this guy and drag it down. Okay guys, I hope we are getting it. Let me drag it up a bit. But I think the problem I'm having here is that this guy is still let's drag it down a bit. Alright, we take it up a bit. Okay, we can drag this guy down. Alright, I think we are almost there. So, but when we look at this guy, though I'm not really seeing everything, not the whole you can see here, but let me use this guy example. You can see when we look at this, look at that tiny curve here. So I want us to get something like that, then a straight leg. So what I'm going to do, okay, is to go here, insert edge loop, mesh tool, insert edge loop. So I'm going to insert edge loop here. All right, so I'm trying to get this. You can see that shape here. So I'm going to insert another edge loop here. Yes, then first I'm going to select these guys and this select these vertices, or you can select them, shift select them one after the other. Okay, so let me just click and select everything. Always be careful when you want to adjust anything. Check around if you are really selecting the exact vertices of face you want. Now the same thing will happen. You can see that this guy is now really, you can see the way it's deforming. The power point is not straight. So I'm going to hold down D again, and you can see this, then scale it down. All right, this is good. Okay, so I hope that you guys will. This is one thing that has been helping me even in animation. There are some things when I want to do something, if it's not giving me exactly what I want, there are a lot of ways that you can change this, but this is like the shortcut for me. Just hold down your D, redirect it, and continue what you're doing instead of, you know, okay, that's just it. Just try and get this. Very, very important. It's gonna help you. Okay, what do we do next? We extrude down here, but first, before we do that, let's try. Let me drag this guy down a bit. Now let's try and press 3. Let's see how far that we've gotten. I think let's drag this guy up a bit. Let's add a bit thickness to it. Yeah, okay, so now let's press 3 and see. You can see the our progress so far on smooth mode. We all know the reason, because we've not tightened it up. So let's try and tighten some things a bit up. So what we do, I want us to do something. Let's select this, select this, and maybe scale it out a bit. I'll see what on this guy, channel it and scale it up a bit. Press 3. Okay, now let's insert edge to tighten this up. Let's go here. For now, sorry, I think I mistakenly clicked something else. For now, make sure you don't insert edge loop this way for now. So this is how we'll install the insert the edge loop. So from this particular side, I'll click one and insert here. Take it down, click and drag this guy up again. Okay, then I'll press 3. Now you can see that we are getting very much close to what we have. Okay, you might not really get this 100%, but at least try and get this 60-70%. If you can get 100%, fine and good. All right, so we all can see. So by the time, let's just leave all. Let's undo this edge loop. At the end of the day, I'm just like trying to show you guys how it's going to look like at the end of the day, right? So let's undo this edge loop so that during merging or duplicating of this shape, it won't cost us much, like much stress and time. The more edge loop you have now, the more stress you're going to face connecting them, duplicating it and connecting it. So as it is now, let's go back to 1, undo. So by the time we are done merging everything, then we can now add edge loop. All right, once. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is either, look at this, is either we extrude down here for this. Okay, I don't know what's really there, or yeah, or we can just create a different shape. We can just create a different shape, yeah, or extrude it down. So what I'm going to do, let me hold on, let's just Control E and extrude this guy, Mr. Man, down. Okay, or we can also select this, hold on Shift, duplicate this face here. Hold on, let me check if I have not. Okay, press 1, select this way, hold on Shift, right click and duplicate face. Sorry, I need to remove this guy here. Okay, Shift, right click, duplicate face here. Okay, now we have that particular face there. Now we can extrude it down. So number 1, you can extrude it down yourself, or you can duplicate the face and also extrude from there. There's no problem with that. So now I want us to try and get this Mr. Man, the leg side. Very simple. So what I'm going to do there, let me reduce this guy here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use this particular guy and bring it close here. Also reduce the amount of edge loops. Let's just leave this 10 or whatever. So I don't want much thing there. I just want to do a simple stuff. So I will rotate this. Okay, hold on J, rotate to snap it. Okay, and I will drag it down here. And drag it up here, so I can. Okay guys, that's it. So drop this guy here. So but we still have a lot of work to do here. So what I'm going to do first is first let me duplicate this for the duplicate it for the tire. Okay, scale it down, it's inside. Okay, or you can drag it out a bit and drop it here. So for this, I'm going to let me shift it back. It won't interrupt what I'm doing. So I'm going to select this face from here. You can see this, select it, or you can do the one after the other and delete it. So I want you to get a cover. And what we do next, I can now let me bring this guy in a bit in here. Okay, this is going to be here. So next thing I will do here is to insert edge loops. So I'll insert edge loop on this guy. Then just try and do something. Also select this, shift this, drag them down to get a curve. Yeah, just that. Okay, I think we're almost there. Sorry for the time. you know, whatever that is good doesn't come easy like that. So okay, so what I'm going to do here, let's press 3. You can see that we need some form of thickness there, so press 1 back and press Ctrl E and add thickness to it. Let's make it 20 here. Okay, and then you can add insert more subdivision. Then we'll press 3. Now you can see that we'll have something very much close to that. So what we'll do next here, this is the next thing to do, work on. If we press 3, you can see the result we have there. Press 1, Ctrl 1. I like pressing Ctrl 1 to isolate every other thing there. Ctrl 1 to bring it back, Ctrl 1 to isolate every other thing. So what I will do is, though I don't really have a proper idea on how that tire is, but I want to just make something like that. So I'll duplicate this. Double click and double click here. Press Ctrl B, which is bevel, or we can go to edit mesh, click on bevel, all right, and then click on fraction to reduce the effect and add more some segment, and then we press 3. Okay, so this is just it. Very, very easy, not really hard to do. So I'll scale this up, and I'm going to position it here. So if you want to make it 2, it depends on you. I think some chairs have 2, so you just duplicate it, offset it, and drop it here. Maybe you can scale it down. Sorry, I'm just put it here. Yeah, you can see. So it depends. You can make it 1 or 2. All depends on you. Okay, let me just leave it there. Now we'll press 3 here. I think we are not really. I'm not really okay with this. Let me just drag it inside. So we can try and insert edge loop here. Insert edge loop and edge loop here. Okay, so when we press 3, it will give us that round shape. Note, let me press Ctrl 1 to isolate this. Note, this is how I inserted edge loop, just around here. I did not insert edge loop here and here. If you insert edge loop this way, it's going to make it look like more of a cube. You can see the result. All right, so I need more of cylindrical shape. That is why I added edge loop just like this. Could be here and not straight like this. Okay, so we press 3, go back again, Ctrl 1. Now we've gotten. Can we scale it out a bit? Okay, you can do that yourself if you want to scale it up. Okay, thank God you've gotten the basic knowledge on how to do this. Now it's time to duplicate and offset and connect. What do we do? Please guys, let's pay attention to this. Very, very, very somehow tricky. So what do? We need to start duplicating this. Now now you can see that this pivot point is at the center. Make sure, don't make any mistake by moving this pivot point out. So what do we do now? I'm going to right click, switch to face, select this whole faces. Okay, select it first. I should have. Okay, what do we do next? Okay, so let's I'm trying to find the best way to do this. Is either to let's extract this, because if I duplicate the face, you guys might be confusing a bit. So let's just extract this first. So I will select all the faces, go to edit mesh and extract. This is it here, extract. All right, click. Okay, now you can see I've been able to split this. All right, but the problem we might have now is not causing any problem to me when I rotate. Okay, it could be from my settings, but most of the time students do have problem, like when they extract this, when they want to rotate, it would distort their. Okay, you can, I think now you can see this. Yeah, you can see that it's distorting my shape. If I want to rotate this way, this is not how the shape looks like. Maybe if I want to rotate it around, it's not causing any harm, but if I want to rotate it up, you can see you can see that it's going to distort it. That this is because that we extracted this particular shape from here. All right, and when you extract it, this shape is going to go automatically inside this particular folder. It will automatically create a folder for it, a group node for it. Sorry. Now to remove this guy from this group node, we need to go to the outliner. Please pay attention to this. This will also help you in animation, and I'm going to take this part slow. Now to remove this, now when I click here, this is the layer for this. If you don't understand outliner, go to my previous tutorial. All right, now let me just give you a brief explanation on how outliner works. This outliner, if you didn't see it here, I can, sorry, what have I done? I can close this. Let me show you how to open it. If you don't have outliner somewhere here, just go to Windows and click on outliner. You can see it here. When you click it here, it might drop itself here or pop up somewhere here, or might be here. Your own might be somewhere here or here. So if you have your own here, you just click on it, open it. If you can't see, click, go to Windows, click on outliner to open it. So this is my own outliner. Now outliner is where everything we have, okay? Whatever we have inside this thing, have a layer here inside here. All right, anything you create will automatically create a layer. All right, so now when we click on this, now you can see the layer. When we select this, you can see that this one will be highlighted. That shows that this is the layer for this, and I can double click here to rename it as the tire. I don't know how to spell. Okay, I think I'm correct. If I'm not correct, you can correct it from your own end. So if I click here, you can see that this is what the layer for these guys. If I click here, the same thing. All right, now when I click here, you can see that it's only highlighting this. But when I click on the group, now look at this group node. Let me scale this up. Okay, now look at this group node here. Yeah, if I click here now, it's selecting both this and this. This shows that this is the main shape here. But when I click on the layer here, is also automatically selecting this, because we extracted this guy out from here. So it's going to automatically create it inside the group node of this. Now look at this. Any group node that there's a plus sign on, look at this guy here, this small box with a tiny plus inside. This shows that something is inside it. Something is inside it. Now look at this. When I click on this one is the group node of this, but there's no plus sign here. This shows that there's nothing inside it. All right, it's just only the shape, and you can see all these ones too. All right, but any layer that have a plus sign shows that there's something inside it. So when I click here now on this layer, you can see that these two of them will automatically be selected. But if I click outside here or click here, you can see that it's selecting differently. But when I click on the group node, two of them will be selected. So I need to separate the two. So what do I do to separate the two? I'll click on this plus sign. I repeat, click on the plus sign. When I click on it, it's going to collapse it, open everything inside it. You can see the plus there, that shows that it's open. If you want to collapse it again, I'll click on that minus. You can see it there. But now the idea is to remove this guy from here and make it an independent layer. So I'll click on that plus sign. You can see this. Click on it again here, this one. So I think this is this layer here, this particular one. So I can click to remove it. We can click. There are a lot of ways that we can remove this. You can just click, press down our middle mouse, and drag it down. You can see it now. You can see it here. Sorry, where is it? Sorry, click and drag it down here. All right, so this is it now. So another way you can do this, let me Ctrl Z. I hope you guys will understand this. So another way you can do this is by selecting that particular layer, go to edit mesh and click on, go to edit and click on group. You can see this now. Select this one again, edit, ungroup, and select. Okay, I think we've already ungrouped them. So if you want to ungroup this one too, still the same thing, but this is not our problem. This is the one I'm working on. So after this, if we rotate, you can see that it's no longer distorting our shape. This is very challenge, very important thing that you need to pay attention to. Most people are passing through this this problem online and they don't know how to sort it out. Okay, I've been in different groups in animation platform that they're asking this kind of question. Nobody could be able to sort it out or understand what they are saying. All right, so this is a valid information that is hardly you get it online. Whenever you start something, you might be having problems, so you keep wondering where the problem comes from. All right, so go back to this, make sure that this sinks your brain, that even though you are sleeping and someone wakes you up, that you will not forget. So after ungrouping, make sure you go here and go to delete all by type, click on history. All right, so it will clear every or any unnecessary stuff there. So this is it here. You can see it. Now I'm going to turn on this. We'll sort that problem now. Now I'm going to select. Okay, what's going to happen is, let's move to the next video. I think this video is taking too long, so let me leave you guys to practice. All right, get to this stage. So next video we'll be combining and merging and winding up. Thank you guys. Like I used to say, practice. All right, next class.